All right, welcome back, everybody. My name's Joe, and I'm here this week with Bill. We're going to be casting UNI Gold Team versus Mustang Varsity. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing good, and actually, if you could call me Bailey Joe, that would be great.
All right.
I forgot to mention that before we started. That's my bad. How are you feeling about the game today, Joe?
I'm feeling good. You know, I don't know. I'm ready. Ready for some good Overwatch.
Now I'm looking at the screen now, and I'm looking at their teams, and I don't know why, but I recognize Coach Sneaky, and I don't know if they've maybe played this team before, or if I've just seen them before in something that we've played. So I'm actually going to check that really quick on one of our sheets, just because I'm curious. Who are they playing today? My bad. Unprepared caster. It's me. They're playing Mustang Varsity. Okay.
Yes. And I just switched around the team sides really quick because I had them backwards. But we should be good to go now.
All good. Also, I really appreciate the name Up the Ante. Overwatch League call out right there. Do I remember the team? No, I'm pretty sure it's the green ones. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
The green. I want to say they're the Cowboys, but I know that's wrong. They're one of the Texas teams. It's Dallas and it's the Dallas Fuel and Houston Outlaws. There we go. It's the Houston Outlaws, which can't say I am a Houston Outlaws fan, but I do miss Overwatch League.
Yeah, I don't know many of the those teams. I don't really know many of those players. But I do want to point out I like UNI's profile pictures are kind of coordinated this week. I think
They are all
that's
of the
cute.
new Seraphim icons for the new event, which I think is adorable.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It looks like we're gonna go to Lijiang Tower for the first game. How do you feel about Lijiang Tower?
I am a huge fan of Lijiang Tower. If anyone remembers the OWECC matches that a few of the Overwatch Purple players played in a few years ago. It was myself and StarClana, as you can see there, who is now the coach for this team. We played in that tournament together, and our go-to every first round, Lijiang Tower. It was just a staple. We played it every single time, had a great time on it, had really good win percentage. I love Lijiang personally.
Yeah, I love Lijiang as well. So I've never played on a team, but I do have a very good time on this map. I feel like it's balanced pretty well.
I
And
think it's balanced pretty well, and I feel like there are a lot of really good rollouts that a lot of people can get on these as well, including like the Sim TP and the Lucio.
mhm.
I would actually like to see some of that, but I know that Overwatch Purple, the team that I play for, we don't necessarily run that. We run sorry. We run a rather poke comp rather than going in and diving into the point with that sim turret.
And yeah, so you did mention Lucio really quick. I think this is a classic Lucio map, specifically the one that we're on right now. You can get, if you know the rollout, you can get through really fast and set up a boop on these bridges really fast to start the round. And it looks like both teams are going to be going with the Lucio, so I'm excited to see that. If we,
They are also going with the sim one, which I am a little worried for UNI for the fact that Mustang's Varsity does have the Bastion, which I think puts out a lot of damage really quickly, even with the nerfs that he recently received.
yeah, especially with that the Kiriko pick, that is going to end up melting. You know what I mean? If the Kiriko gets an ult off.
Oh, and we're in there. I immediately like the
Whoa.
immediate. I thought it was a Lucio boop. The spear off the map by XNL. That's a huge pick. Huge picks continue through S-Jet. A few people picked off with some good dinks from the Mustang's Varsity Kiriko. Looks like UNI is ready to hold that point down and cap.
Yeah, good casting there. My bad with the camera work. My F keys I got them confused. I thought I went to UNI's perspective and I went to Mustang, and it was just the Orisa going off the map.
Honestly, I liked it because I didn't know what was happening. It was just suddenly the Orisa's off the map, and we're right back into this. Orisa is already forced to use her Fortify, which could look deadly, seeing as the Bastion is just beaming into them, and they're just pushing him out of the way.
Oh, the Moonlit getting the Lucio boop on the enemy Lucio.
That's so unfortunate. I don't play Lucio, but I know how unfortunate that feels to just be booped off by the enemy Lucio as a Lucio.
We're gonna see Mustang really commit to pushing on this side here. They don't want to mess with that bridge, which I think is interesting. Moonlit's going for more boops, and that guy just got pushed off the edge by SNL.
I don't blame them for not wanting to go across the bridge. I personally would not want to take that bridge fight either, because I know with the Lucio, with that Orisa, I know it's an instant loss. Especially with how fast they can rotate.
I agree with you, but it looks like it's a loss either way, as people are getting booped off the map left and right by Moonlit and XNL this game.
XNL's spears are crazy this game, just hitting all of them right off the map. Huge pick by Locarpus there onto that Kiriko, putting them back so they have to take longer to regroup.
Yeah, switch cameras here, sorry.
No more Lucio cam.
No more Lucio cam.
Huge window onto that bridge. It's going to force them over to that white room, make them rotate all the way around to the right when there's only 20% left for them to cap.
We're going to see the Bastion ult come out, see if Mustang's going to be able to get any picks here. We also see the Kiriko ult come out.
Huge Orisa ult, catches quite a few in that, able to solidify one of those kills. Team kind of cleans it up, despite the amount of kills that Mustang Varsity put onto them.
Mustang Varsity,
still alive.
Yeah, they are still fighting to their last man here. And it is not going to work out for them on this first round, unfortunately.
Step right up.
Now, I do see right at the end here, they swapped over to a Mercy rather than the Lucio, and I honestly think that's a good pick for them. I think it's a good choice to maybe swap over to that, because if you can't match the Lucio, like, sim TP, I think it is best to try and fight them with pure manpower and bullets.
Yeah, so going into this second map here, do you expect to see any different DPS picks? Like, I know this is a great Junkrat map specifically. In this room here, there's a lot of tight angles that Junkrat can benefit from. Do you think
the Junkrat?
Yeah, there's
right
the
as
Junkrat.
you said that, there it is.
Oh no, they went back to Sim.
Nope, immediately back. I wouldn't be surprised if Mustang loses this first team fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to the Mercy Junkrat, because this first fight in this white room is critical for setting up the point and who's taking and who's going back to spawn.
And it looks like UNI is going to maintain control over the white room, excuse me, as they push on to point here.
I do like the swaps to Sigma rather than Orisa from Mustang. I think it is very smart to play into the Orisa and the Sim and the Lucio like that. Force them to play further back to where they don't want to be. Oh, and as I'm saying that, the Sigma is cleaning up some of these kills onto UNI, and I think UNI is actually going to have to be forced to make a swap here.
Yeah, I think so too. What would you swap if you were UNI in this moment?
Oh, I would definitely swap over to that Junkrat. I would get rid of the Lucio, and I would probably swap to a Ramatra or a Sigma. Something that can do more poke damage from further away and keep them at the distance that they want to be at and that you want to be at.
Which DPS would you switch for Junkrat? Would you switch the McCree or the
Sim?
Cassie?
I would definitely swap out the Sim. Which I do still love the Sim though, as a Sim player myself.
XNL's making lots of space for UNI right now. They're gonna find the pick on the Bastion.
It's a great picks to start. Just shoves them right off the point so that UNI can flip without taking a single pick until right up at the end.
They are able to just take the point and then find another pick on the Lucio. And so that Mustang has to regroup now and look to retake.
This is going to be a lot harder for Mustang to retake, though, because of that turret potential with Sim. They are set up, they're ready to go, they're holding their corners. The ult and the Orisa ult with the window doesn't get anything. In fact, it gets XNL killed, which is really unfortunate for UNI. A really good stick from Locarpus. Unfortunately, not enough to kill, and it looks like Mustang is actually just going to walk right on over their defenses.
Yeah, they used that Sigma ult, and they were just pretty much able to walk on, unfortunately for UNI.
They got a good pick on XNL right out the gate, and they just ran with it. Just ran forward. I'm telling you, I love this Junkrat pick. I think it is very smart. The spam is so heavy.
Yeah, he's got his tire up too, so it's gonna be a hard retake for UNI. We're gonna see the Sim ult come out from S-Jet. They're gonna find the Junkrat pick before he's able to use his Riptire. That's gonna be pretty big for retaking the point. UNI is able to retake the point in this fight. We see the Bastion ult coming out, killing 2 of UNI. Locarpus taking out the Bastion as a trade, and the Sigma taking out UNI's tank. Will UNI be able to keep the point here? I don't know, Bill or Bailey Joe. I'm sorry. This is tough. This is a tough point.
I think their best bet is to just, they're gonna kill that Sigma, get the beat out, which is huge, and they're still in control of the point, which is really unfortunate for Mustang, because all they want to do is flip this point after like solidifying those kills, and they can't get it. UNI holds the point that whole time.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well played by UNI.
And Mustangs lost that beat in the thick of it all, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, they do still have the Riptire to work with, but frankly I just don't know if that's gonna be enough. It comes out right now, and it doesn't find anybody on UNI.
UNI had to use Immortal Field, but they are now equal. UNI is now up in ult advantage, and Mustang can't even touch.
That's gonna be round 1 or game 1 for UNI.
That was really good gameplay from both teams, honestly.
Play of the game.
They both had their moments, and I think Mustang was very smart with swapping to more of a poke comp.
Perhaps you should think before you act.
You see this play the game from S-Jet. It is just a laser beam from Symmetra.
My favorite type of play in the game, to be honest. Just
solo kill
running
play
them
in the game.
down. Also, there was a confirmation in chat that I do recognize Coach Sneaky. Team White, UNI White team faced them a little bit ago, and he is also the coach for that. Well, they are the coach for them as well.
Okay. Yeah, that was a crazy hold by UNI. At the end there, when there was I think like 2 or 3 members of Mustang on point with a couple members of UNI, including their tank down, and I think I had the camera on Locarpus when he was Cassidy, and I don't know who else was with him, but that was really well held by UNI.
I know there was, at the very least, a Sim and a Cassidy on point, and I know that Mustang had a Sigma, a Lucio, and one other DPS that I didn't quite see. Or at the very least, I don't remember, but they had the tank advantage, and it's just so unfortunate that they weren't able to flip it because of the pressure that the Sim was holding on that one corner. They just couldn't flip it back in their favor, despite having the numbers advantage.
So, help me here. I always forget. So they do control for the first map. And then what do they do for the second map? Is it hybrid?
Give me 1 second. I can get that for you.
'Cause
second map is hybrid, yes.
Okay. So because UNI won, that means that Morningside does pick and UNI bans a map here. So I feel like with Gold Team,
Kings Row.
we have seen Kings Row. We have seen Well, they're not picking, so who knows? But I doubt. I doubt. Oh yeah, Kings Row.
So
Morningside picks Kings Row. So
I just saw it pop up and I was really excited to see it because it's a classic. Despite not having two tanks anymore, no more Ryan Zarya, it's still a classic map that I think almost everyone that plays the game can be like, this is a good map.
yeah, I love Kings Row. It's just a classic map. You know, it's got that nostalgia, at least for me, with the what's his name, Zenyatta. My gosh. Um, he's not in the clip. The other,
One data?
yeah. And Widowmaker shoots
Yeah.
him. Spoiler. I mean, I guess if you haven't if you haven't seen it yet, you should see it. You should have seen it already. Um, but yeah, so just this map brings back a lot of memories for me, and so I like just the memories part alone that makes me really enjoy this map. Like I will be balanced or biased towards this map, even if it is not um, the most balanced hybrid map. Because
I'm
what? I'm sorry.
sorry, I'm sentimental for this map for two tanks, Ryan Zarya, Ryan Diva, doesn't matter. I love it. Also, it's a sniper's nest.
Yeah.
As a Widowmaker player, I have to love this map.
Okay. So I am going to point out really quick that the teams did switch sides. So on your screen right now, you're going to see Mustang on the left for the with no wins, and UNI on the right with one win, even though they did just switch sides in this in between game thing. I'm not sure why that is the case. I think it's who's defending and attacking first.
It's defending and attacking, yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
And we're going in.
Yeah, we are going in.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match.
Oh, that's so frustrating. I wish there's a way to just like. Oh, yeah, I wasn't reading the chat. Apparently they asked if production was ready, and I was ready.
Oh, I thought you saw it. My bad. I
Nope.
probably could have said something.
No, I wasn't looking. I should say, sorry, wasn't looking. Anyways, yeah, so I was just gonna say, earlier, I don't know how exactly, in terms of balance and fairness, this corner is with the whole sniper's nest thing. I don't know. I feel like when I'm on defense, sometimes it's kind of BS to have one of your teammates just get picked off by a Widowmaker, especially in this 5v5 format. And then they have to walk all the way back. And I don't know, that can be kind of irritating to me. How do you feel about that?
I'm sorry, can you restate that?
So just this whole angle here where the sniper can sit up there and just pick somebody off here, and then you got to do the walk back, makes this defending this first point kind of annoying. I know attacking it can be really annoying too, because you have to deal with the tank, or excuse me, just pushing through this choke here. I was just wondering what you thought about that.
I like it because it gives you sniper advantage, but at the same time it gives the defenders like that corner advantage, which I think is a good trade-off. And UNI is already taking down Mustang's Immor field, which is a really big one, but they also took down Moonlit, one of UNI's like big healers. UNI is also down that Immor field now. Mustangs is going to be coming up here soon. I think UNI might have to be forced back. Either they need to take a pick here, or they need to back up and defend.
Yeah,
And it's looking like they're going to have to back up.
Yeah.
It's a really big May wall, but I don't think it's going to get anything. Actually, I lied. I'm sorry. Toothpick right to the face for Ryan. R.I.P.
XNL's tearing it up on the Orisa right now.
He is tanking so much damage, getting in their face, pushing them out, forcing them to retreat.
We're gonna see what's gonna go on here. If you gotta give me a sec here. You're gonna have to solo cast. I gotta switch the team sides. I think.
All right, we're back at it.
People.
UNI got a really good wall on the Rhine. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get a pick out of it, unfortunately, but it does buy them some time, and Mustang is forced to rotate. It looks like they might be going up top left to try and take those stairs, or just rotate around right to point, which is perfectly fine and understandable. The window comes out. XNL does not care. He runs right past it and goes to ult. Gets one and their Immor field, really big for UNI. Oh, the Rhine is... His ult is pushed all the way to the back of point. He just gets stun locked forever. Really good plays from XNL there. He just rushed right past the window, and then rushed right past the Rhine and just forced his ult into a corner.
Yeah, XNL's tearing it up right now on this Orisa pick. He's landing the toothpicks he needs to land, the spears. Oh, and then we're gonna see the Orisa mirror come out from Ben HEH Killer.
Spear right onto God's Jedi, followed up by another right onto Moonlit. 2 picks back from UNI, about even, except that Mustang is up 1 support and UNI is to come back from a really far away. What a spear.
Yeah, XNL's nasty with these spears.
Looks like UNI is going to be forced to reset back and just hold this next corner, which they held up quite a fight, made it all the way to just under a minute. They had a lot of time. They still have a lot of time just to... Mustang has a lot of time to push, but UNI also has that time to get themselves set up and hold this corner and be prepared for what they're coming in with. As we see right here, they overextend their stay just a little bit too much, and UNI is already set up, and they're down a few picks already.
Yeah, and UNI has these ults to work with, Bailey Joe, and we're gonna see. I'm interested to see what order they're gonna come out in. I imagine XNL is gonna blow the Orisa ult pretty soon into the fight. Maybe we'll see God's Jedi use the BAP ult in combination with it.
It looks like XNL is really looking for to get this ult. The unfortunate Maywall kind of blocks him off there. There it is. Man. XNL might go down here. Just kidding. His supports are insane. What a... I thought he got 2 picks. He actually got the turret and the Immor field. I was a little baited there. But either way, SJet comes in to clean up. Really good. Just engage. I love it. Lacarpus did go down there, and he has quite a ways to walk back. But I know that he'll be coming back. He's got that May ult, and Moonlit has that Coalescence to be able to hold them down, hold the fort down until then.
That May ult is going to be killer in this next fight. XNL is going around the corner. Is he gonna
I don't blame him. He
okay.
took a lot of damage.
Yeah, I was worried.
He's all good.
I was worried he might end up getting picked off really quick there.
Orisa might... Yep, Orisa's going in with that ult. XNL is cut off. That is super unfortunate.
That Maywall was a little bit of a double-edged sword. It was to save him from the Orisa ult, but at the same time, it cut off the vision of the healers, and he was purpled, so XNL was...
Well, Carpus is tearing it up on point right now. Still alive on May. Holding the fort down. Literally and figuratively. What is going on? He held that by himself for so long and got 2 picks out of it. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and it looks like he held it just long enough for UNI to regroup and be able to just like come together and stop Morningside from getting this this checkpoint here.
Looks like they're going to be able to hold this corner pretty easily with Mustangs being down 2 important things there.
Oh man.
Their soldier comes out with a huge ult and their team just wipes in and follows up. That was really big for Mustang.
Yep. XNL was able to stop the soldier for a second, but it wasn't enough. The toothpick stopped him for a second, but he just ran around the other side of the payload there and wiped out UNI, unfortunately.
No, I once again think that UNI has a really good setup here. They're able to recollect themselves around this corner, hold it. It's a really good corner to just hold because they have the high ground advantage. And I think if they take control of that, I think they should be good to go. XNL is taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. Makes me a little scared, but I believe in them.
I like this Orisa stare down that we have.
I was just thinking that.
They're both just standing here just unloading into each other just like this.
They're both just spinning at each other,
Yeah.
javelin each other. It's just a stare down. Some may say that playing Orisa is boring and it ruins the tank role. I think things like that are funny. I want to stare down the other Orisa in the face.
We're gonna see Locarpus getting in there with the Mei, and unfortunately getting slept into the
Molten
Torbjorn
core.
ult. Yeah.
That was quite a big molten core onto that sleep, just thrown right onto his head, and the rocket just took out 2 of them from Ace.
And that's gonna be all of UNI down. How are they gonna stop this push here? I
I
don't
think
know.
Moira has a good chance. Moira got toothpicked. Moira's still gonna be able to get on to touch. Big ult from XNL catches a
They're
few.
both
Don't know
they're
if it's
both just
here.
ulting.
Doing it. Morningside's tank is able to secure those kills, unfortunately. So it looks like Morningside has a good chance of pushing this in, unless UNI pulls off a miracle here, which fingers crossed. XNL is back though.
XNL!
The map. S-Jet is also off the map.
The environmental kills today are insane.
I just want a compilation of every environmental kill from these games today. I just want it.
So we saw
There's
2
so
come out
many.
there, and I think there was 3 or maybe 4 that first round. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was quite a few thrown off the maps with Orisa's spear. There was a Lucio boop. It's so much happening.
Okay, now the sides do swap, and I'm interested. Man, I am tripping over the word interesting. I'm interested to see what kinds of picks come out. If we're gonna see the Orisa duel again, or if we're gonna see something else. But so going back to what I was trying to say at the very start of this game.
Ready for
This alley here with the Widow spot up here, that sniper nest up here, going to this corner. How do you feel about this corner from both the defending perspective and the attacking perspective? This choke, how do you feel?
I think from the attacking perspective, it's really hard to actually get pushed up onto that point, which is why I think it's fair that they have such sniper advantage. Because you can take advantage of that, whereas the defense doesn't have as much sniper advantage, but they have really solid hard cover corners that they can 3 or 4 that they can just hide behind and get cover. So I think it is a pretty fair back and forth when you really think of team fighting at one of these holds.
And
Like,
we are going to be seeing Morningside doing this corner play here, as you just said. 3 of their members are around this corner.
Got down a hallway, Moonlit gets domed. That's so
right at the start,
unfortunate.
unfortunately.
I'm not sure what UNI's going for here, but I think they might just be trying to regroup, get Moonlit back in there so they can just re-push together as a team.
Yeah, do you think they're gonna go through this second story hole here?
I think they're going up top to the right, and I think they're gonna try and TP onto point or up top right, and I think they might be trying to flip the map. They are, in fact, I think, trying to flip the map.
TP coming out straight away here.
A kill right off the bat on their Ana, which is a huge pick. They're down a main source of healing.
Oh, the spear!
They're almost down 2 main sources of healing. This BAP is super low, doesn't have an immor field, unfortunately, but UNI takes it, caps it 1 tick, about to cap it a second tick down. UNI went to flip the map, and they did it perfectly. Immediately got that pressure, got them on their toes. They're out of position, just rolled them right over.
Yeah, and XNL still crazy with the spears on this Orisa. He speared that BAP right at as they were dropping down, and
Yeah.
he got him to blow his immo field, so that's pretty huge.
I thought he was going to be able to finish him off, but I did not know that the BAP had that immo field still at his disposal.
Okay, we're gonna see Morningside use the BAP and Soldier ults here, and UNI is just gonna take cover, play their hard cover here. I think that is the smart move, and just wait this out as they respond with their own BAP wall and their Bastion ult.
Bastion ult goes in, 2 picks down, their tank and their support. They're really going to need to back up here. UNI is just gonna walk it forward. Not too far though, because you don't want to you don't want to maybe accidentally lose your tank, because that's a little scary. They walk it to the corner, and they're just prepared to push this and have another team fight for this initial point.
And they're gonna have 3 ults for this next fight. They're gonna have the Orisa ult coming up. They already have the Sim ult, and they already have the Moira ult, but so does Morningside. They are gonna have several ults up as well. But one of them's not even gonna matter because he goes down. The Torbjorn goes down at the start of this fight here. We're gonna see the Ana ult go out on the Orisa, and Orisa's gonna ult
Orisa's definitely going in ult here. Holy crap!
Oh man, it takes out 2 of UNI. Right as they're at this checkpoint, this could be really hard here because pushing through these streets can be a pain if you get shut down like this.
I think UNI was right to just, once they saw those 2 picks, they needed to just die, reset, come back at it. They knew they were going to have the second team fight here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm saying okay because I like what they're doing here. They're going to be going for the high ground, and they're going to be sneaking through.
I think if they sweep around and sneak to the left, I think they have a good chance of catching them off guard as long as no one...
Oh, they're gonna get caught here.
They're spotted. They're spotted. They're doing it anyways, but
I think it can work.
I hope he ults off the top ropes. I really just want to see it, personally. No, he gets blocked. He still catches the tank with it.
It's okay though.
But I really wish he was able to go in.
I think Morningside's Orisa's gonna go down here. He's cut off from his team.
He's just cornered. Absolutely cornered. XNL is purple, which is very, very scary for him.
See the Bastion ult come through on UNI. It's not
2 kills from Locarpus.
Yeah, it's not the ult's not gonna find anyone, but Locarpus does find the kills. We see Bat. Oh my God, Locarpus killing everybody.
Oh my gosh, he's crazy. He might as well have just team killed them right there. Give us a little wave, Locarpus. That's not a wave. That counts.
I'll count that. I'll count that.
I'll count that.
I hope we get that as play of the game. I wish I was spectating him. We're gonna see Morningside's Molten Core come out. Where did it go?
It's behind them.
Oh,
it's on the point. They're trying. I think they were trying to just keep them away from that corner. Unfortunately, XNL was already up past that corner and had already taken that space. XNL just gets obliterated. He just gets melted immediately. But SGen is just in there, beaming. Catches their Torb off guard, beams him down. What is he to do? All teams are just taking picks here, and I'm not really sure where either one stands.
Okay, we're gonna see Morningside's Orisa ult come down on all members of UNI. It's able to find the Bastion and the Moira. Moonlit and Locarpus going down there.
A really good pick from Morningside, sorry. From Mustang's tank coming in, getting those 2 picks. It's gonna force UNI to reset, go back to spawn, and come back at it with the 1 ult that they have, and 3 more coming up soon.
Yeah, Locarpus is gonna have that Bastion ult up again. That's crazy. And we're seeing here Morningside does submit and go with their own Bastion. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see this guy's name, Ace, his soldier ult come out here this fight. We'll see though. As UNI does use their window here and their Orisa ult. Not gonna find anybody with the Orisa ult.
He might not have caught anyone, but he still did take that space and prevent them from doing it. Someone's gonna need to get this soldier off of the left, or else he is just going to ult and take some damage. Take damage.
Here it is.
There it is. He has a lot of capability.
Oh, the spear! Oh my God, XNL tearing it up today. Another pick.
He's just running down the Bastion. Wow.
UNI is gonna have a lot more time to going into this overtime than Morningside is. They're gonna have an extra minute and 47 seconds.
I would like to state that it is Mustang's Varsity, as I said Morningside, I think at least once, and I heard you say it after I did.
No. I've been saying it a bunch because it is Mustang, but if you the team names, there's UNI in their custom game right now. I can't. Yeah, see, they have Morningside here, M side.
Oh, they might be Morningside. I just saw Mustangs and ran with Mustangs. Yeah. If they are Morningside, then it works out because I accidentally said Morningside.
Bailey Joe, I just want to say really quick here. I think it was so smart for UNI to TP up here when they got cut off on that payload and go through this side route. That's really what you need to do. It's really good to see that because going through these streets here you just get torn up, and there's so many places for you to lose your team or like key members. And I don't know. I just think that was a really, really good play by UNI this round.
And by doing so, they also took that high ground and just forced the Mustangs to just retreat because they have high ground and suddenly there's an Orisa spinning into your team. What are you gonna do? Stand your ground or back up? Personally, I'm backing up.
Speaking of Orisas spinning into your team, we're gonna see Morningside.
They're doing the same thing.
Trying to do the same thing a little bit here. Both teams have a Symmetra going right now. And the Symballs are just going everywhere. And
I think if UNI plays this well, they originally flipped it doing this exact same thing. So I think UNI has a very good chance of positioning themselves ready for exactly what's happening.
oh,
XNL
man.
is taking a lot of damage.
So
It
much
is scaring
damage,
me.
but
Low-Carpus
Low-Carpus!
is crazy.
Low-Carpus is tearing it up. XNL is able to find 2 more picks here after
Protect
Ace finds
him.
S-Jet.
Can't protect him.
Only 2 members of UNI are going to go down in that whole fight.
Which is still going to be rough coming back. What a spear!
Oh my god.
Almost finishes that. Mustangs doesn't even get a chance to touch. That's insane.
Score
Those picks from Low-Carpus right off the bat were huge. And then XNL just went in with the damage from him, S-Jet, God's Jedi, and Moonlit just cleaned it up the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm really liking the strats that we're seeing this time. You know, we see King's Row about once every other week here, and this is definitely a second week in a row we've seen King's Row. But Bailey Joe, we never see, or at least, I mean, I don't frequently see the splitting of the map here when they go through that top floor and sim TP over. I just think it's so good. I really think. I mean, I'm learning. You know what I mean? I'm learning. I'm gonna remember that for my own games. But
I
don't
will
know,
say,
I think it's a
very hard
it's a great
to pull
strat.
off in a solo queue.
yeah, I would believe that.
But I do, watching Overwatch League, I've seen it happen quite a few times. They flip the map, they gain high ground. It's a very good strat. But I think UNI was also partially ready for it as soon as they saw where they were heading, because they themselves had done it the round before.
5
And I just want to reiterate, XNL is tearing it up on this Orisa pick right now, and Low-Carpus is also tearing it up on the Bastion pick. We're going to see here, they are just shooting at each other, and they're going to push up into that second floor again and split the map again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
No, and I'm totally okay with that. They're going right over to the right. However, they did it differently. As you'll notice, Mustangs TP'd all the way over, as you were explaining. They only TP'd over to the far right. They don't all fully wrap around.
It's interesting. I wonder how it's going to work out for them. I mean, I guess it is.
Works out great, apparently.
You know, he finds the pick on Soldier there, and XNL finds the pick on Moira. Oops, didn't mean to press that.
They're just cleaning it up.
Yeah, that's going to be game 2 for UNI. Excellent work by UNI.
So I don't know what to say. That was great plays. They did amazing.
Hemside wins.
Low-Carpus
Actually,
is
UNI
sitting
wins. They switched sides there, but they did not change their team names around. So it said Hemside wins, even though UNI won. XNL is going to play the game here. I really thought Low-Carpus would have got it for the 4K.
I really thought that Low-Carpus was gonna get that with the 4K.
Oh, that spear.
Oh, we get to see the spear.
the hammer, the poor Reinhardt.
It's the poor
no.
hammer. No. Which was so unfortunate. I felt so bad watching that happen. He wanted so badly to just shatter and nope, get spinned. Taken to the silly silo, man. RIP the silly silo, by the way, since I'm thinking about it.
Really quick, while we do have a second in between games, I'll put us to the sponsor screen. Bailey Joe, would you want to tell us or the viewers about our merch?
Our merch. If you are on the Twitch app, which I'm assuming you are, unless you're watching this through the VOD, it'll be in our descriptions. You can click on the link right on the image. You can go there. You can get yourself a jersey, get yourself a sticker, get yourself some sweatpants, some joggers, a nice little polo, a t-shirt, hoodie, a hoodie maybe. The hoodie is very interesting to me. It's Christmas season. If you don't celebrate Christmas, it's the holiday season. Go get yourself and some family, your friends, get them some Panther Esports merch. We would super appreciate it. And you know what? You'll love it. It's super comfy, relatively like stickers, $3, jerseys, 35. I've bought jerseys for like
Yeah,
$80.
the jerseys,
35 is
they're steal.
good.
If you guys want to give a gift to gamer in your life this Christmas, go for the jerseys. They are way cheap.
And I have 2 jerseys. They're a good price, but not cheaply made. They are good jerseys. So go get yourself some merch. They're good, and we would always appreciate your support. Speaking of our sponsors, thank you so much to Cindy Lou's Barbecue and I know the other one. I can't see it. Can you read it
It
for
is
me, Jen?
Gosling and Company.
Thank you, Gosling and Company accountants. Thank you so much. We appreciate both of you. You and I, what? I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Hold on. Okay, we're good. I opened up the merch and I got a little confused because I clicked on the stream and we're about 3 minutes behind in the stream. So I'm still watching you and I taking the point. And I was like, I don't remember them getting into game. My bad.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, going into this game 3 here, whether or not we're going to see the Orisa Ditto again. I know it's going to be going into Flashpoint now, I think,
It should
right?
be Flashpoint.
Yeah, and so I know, Bailey Joe, I know XNL has a nasty junk queen in his back pocket, and I'm interested to see if he's going to bust it out in this Flashpoint. I think she is a great pick in Flashpoint if he's able to, you know, get it going, but we'll see. What do you think?
Play Flashpoint. The more I really enjoy Flashpoint, I think it is a very good team game. Team game mode. I love the quick fights. I love just back and forth. Fantastic. I know that they recently added a thing where you don't ban for Flashpoint anymore. You just pick. Which is perfectly fine by me because most teams didn't ban anyways. Yeah, loser of the previous map can pick the Flashpoint. There is no ban. So I'm excited to see what they pick. Are you hoping for a specific map?
I mean, no. It's only Servasa or New Junk City, right? Um, I like the mode a little bit more, but I don't know. I'm kind of tired of seeing only those 2 maps, and we only really see Servasa. I mean, we saw New Junk City last week. Some team played it. I don't remember which one, but I know that we don't see it all the time. So
I
I guess I would like to see New Junk City.
I know I know everyone really prefers New Junk City. I prefer Servasa.
I prefer Servasa. Like, I mean, I prefer to play Servasa. I would prefer to like watch and cast a New Junk City game though, is what I'm saying.
I I can't explain it. Every time I play New Junk City, I just prefer I just wish I wasn't there. You know? I wish I was anywhere else. I wish there was more maps for Flashpoint. But Servasa just looks better. It feels better to play. I don't care what the team setting is. I prefer it. New Junk City feels boring to me.
It looks like we're gonna be seeing Servasa.
Yes. I can't look at New Junk City anymore.
I will say I think it's really funny on New Junk City on I think it's the Ducks Point. There is a laughing crying emoji on the wall, and there's actually if you look around the map, there's a couple like emojis that are like graffitied on. I just think it's pretty funny that they decided to include that because you don't really see too many pop culture references in Overwatch maps, and so I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
Sorry, yes, I was responding to Locarpus in chat, who, yes, I am pronouncing your name correctly.
I should be too.
Yes, you are. Unless you want me to start saying it wrong, and I can, and I will.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've pronounced Locarpus's name right all the time.
No, you have.
So I need to switch around the team names again. So give me a second here.
And I'm looking in chat, and I know we're on a 3-minute delay, but the XNL's Junker Queen is sick, I know, because I'm his brother. As you said, yes it is, and I really hope we get to see it.
Match.
I know you're moving things around right now.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm laughing at an outside thing. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So things should be good. Yeah, everything should be good.
Ready for battle.
And we're gonna see UNI go with the Orisa, Bastion, Reaper, Moira, Baptiste comp, and Morningside gonna be going with the Sigma, Bastion, Soldier, Moira, Baptiste comp. And I'm not really.
Oh.
The spectator camera kind of put me onto not the starting point. I don't know if you noticed that. That was interesting.
5.
So I
did
gotta
not
navigate.
notice that.
I gotta navigate here.
It's
Hang
funny.
on.
If you swapped one of the players first, it'll be easier.
Yes.
Initial flashpoint.
I will say I do love seeing Moonlit play Moira because I know that Moira is like uber comfort pick for them, and I know they absolutely go crazy on it. So every time I see them pick Moira, makes me just a little happy. I'm a little sad that we don't get to see the Joker Queen right now, but
Flashpoint unlocks.
I have faith that we might see it.
We're gonna see Morningside push onto the point a little bit faster than UNI here, but I don't know if it's gonna matter yet. We're seeing a lot of damage come out on both teams, on both tanks here. Morningside getting pushed off the point here as UNI is gonna be taking it right off the bat. Nobody's dead yet.
UNI spamming just down this
Oh,
corridor. Gets a
XNL.
huge pick onto Ace. Great spear.
Oh.
Unfortunately stunned and taken down, which I think gives Mustang the advantage here because UNI now has no tank to tank for them.
And they
God's
lose the
Jedi goes
support.
down. S-Jet is just beaming from the side, but it's not going to do much when there's no one else there to help him, unfortunately. Best to reset and come back. However, S-Jet has 90% to ult now, matched with Coffee Addict also having 90% to
Holy
ult.
moly, that Bastion ult just cooks. It comes up so fast.
I was kind of surprised. I was watching him and as he was dying, unfortunately, but I looked down and 90% ult, there it was. I say S-Jet is gonna have ult by the time they really get into a next team fight, and so is Coffee Addict. It looks like the Sigma is also about to have ult as well. XNL just gets beamed down. Super unfortunate. I didn't notice that in the beginning UNI took point for 35%. UNI has a much better chance of coming back here.
Yeah,
I
but
did not even notice that.
they do, but unfortunately as they go pushing on there, XNL does get melted and S-Jet does use that Bastion ult. So going for this retake is going to be pretty tricky for UNI, I think. We see Morningside use their Bastion ult, and S-Jet finds a pick on the enemy Sigma, but
Oh,
I don't
Locarpus is in
know.
a tricky situation, but it's okay because XNL is back, and hopefully they're able to just walk past this window.
we'll see.
And they are. They're going in, no
Yeah,
more
but-
ammo field.
Both teams are just trading picks, but UNI comes out on top of the trade here as XNL finds Bastion and Baptiste at the very end.
XNL, like a knight in shining armor, spins his spear onto point and just makes the space for them to push past.
And I need to take a second to point out Locarpus, he is on fire right now. During that fight, I don't know if he got any individual picks, but I do know that he was behind Morningside, messing with them. Oh my god, distracting them the whole time, but unfortunately he gets rocked right off the rip here. As Morningside is
So
going to be using
unfortunate.
the Sigma ult, it's going to be getting a kill with the Soldier ult. Oh man, and UNI is just going to crumple.
Ace's ult goes crazy.
I offer something more.
Kills 3 or 4 of them with that and is just cleaned up, and it looks like UNI is going to lose this point right on to the next one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for UNI right now.
Flashpoint.
Now,
Temple.
Does it tell you where the points are?
No, it does not tell. So every single week when we cast these games, it does not tell us where the next point is going to be. So I always have to kind of guess. So his next point is going to be in this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like this temple area here.
That's super funny.
I like this point, Bailey Joe. There is the potential for an environmental kill here. We've seen environmental
I would love
kills.
to see one more. I would love it.
But this
I'm
is
just gonna let the teams play out here.
yeah, this is kind of a hard point to take here, as there are 4 big open doorways and just not a lot of cover to be, you know, for anybody here, as XNL goes to push the Sigma somewhere and gets shredded in the process. These Bastion picks today are just shredding both tanks.
And it's super unfortunate for XNL there because he had to touch point in order to, you know, challenge for that point. They don't want Mustangs to just go right out and flip it, so he has to touch that point. And he just gets beamed for it because, as you said, there is no cover on that point.
Yeah, and
I think the swap to a Sigma is very smart here.
yeah. We'll see how they're able to pull it off, though, as Morningside's Sigma does have his ult a lot, or he's a lot closer to his ult than UNI's Sigma. We're going to see UNI use their Moira ult to help push on here. The rock comes out, Moonlit finds the kill on Ace. We're going to see
Looks like
Morningside-
Mustangs is gonna...
Yeah, their Mustang's going to use their Bastion ult. Not going to find anybody on UNI. Oh, they do end up finding...
Rock is down.
Yeah, they end up finding S-Jet and Locarpus trades by taking their Bastion. Oh man, but Mustang are able to maintain control here over this point.
If UNI doesn't do something soon, it's looking like Mustangs are just gonna take this map and run with it. Their flashpoint seems really cohesive, really clean. I'm liking the way that Mustangs is playing here.
Yeah, it is going to be match point here in this game too. We'll see what UNI is able to pull out here.
UNI swapped over to a Mercy
Yep,
here
I was
with
about to say,
Moonlit.
they do swap to that Mercy. That is going to do quite a bit of damage with that Bastion, with that McCree, excuse me, Cassidy. And we'll see here. God's Jedi does have the BAP ult, the window, ready to go. Bastion can really shred with this window. So we see the window come
yeah.
out.
They're ready to go. Hands are down. He's already rocked. They need to... Mustangs is just forced out of that way, off of that point.
S-Jet
gets 2 with his bomb. That's crazy. Going in with that window right there was huge, just to make all that space, and they had no idea that they were
hit it.
behind him.
He tank gapped with that rock. The Sigma used his black hole too early, and XNL just rocked him out of it. So he couldn't absorb that Bastion burst through that window, and they just
And
got
his shield
crumpled
was
for
already
it.
down.
Yeah, they just got
His shield was
crumpled for
burned
it.
through immediately, and then he used hands, immediately gets rocked, doesn't have anything to counter with.
Oh, big ult.
Looks like he's picking up 1 or 2 here. He's picking up 2 here.
XNL.
He is in there, throwing rocks. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out for XNL. God's Jedi is on the draw with that immortality field, saving him. And they're just going to push it in, and XNL is just not punished for absolutely going into their team.
But basically at their spawn doors there. I don't know if you saw that.
Just almost a little bit of touch the spawn door challenge. Not quite, but...
UNI are not going to be shut out of this second map. They say, we are not going to get 3-0'd here. We are going to put up a fight, and they're going to tie it, or bring it up to 2-1. We'll see what's going to go on here, as they do have to use their immo field.
They have to Mercy ult out of their Valk just to maybe hold themselves together to get to next point without having to regroup, and it looks like they're going to maybe have to regroup anyways. Mustangs is down 2, but UNI is down 3, and a tank. Nope, tank is just is up. I'm just going a little Delulu there for a second.
No, it's my bad. I am hitting the wrong buttons here. XNL is fighting for his life, and he's able to take him out. Crazy. I didn't.
Mercy Sigma
I was
game.
about to say Mercy. Didn't she get a pick there? Moonlit. He got a pick on Mercy. Did I see that wrong?
She got a pick?
The Gat.
Let's go, Moonlit. I didn't see it, but I would love to see it.
I could have sworn I saw it come up in the feed. As Morningside is going to buckle on the Sigma matchup, he's going to switch it up to the Reinhardt here. I think that's a solid pick.
I like Reinhardt, but I feel like Reinhardt is in a really rough state right now, and this is a really rough place for Morningside to be taking this fight with a window, a Bastion. Holy crap!
Oh my god.
What a Bastion ult from Mustangs! That was crazy. He dies for it, but he gets 2 and the Immor field out of UNI from it. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I think he thought that there were more of his team, less of UNI with that Bastion ult. I think that's what he was going for, but unfortunately his team was gone and dead, unfortunately.
That personally, that is why I have the Reinhardt getting low carpus caught out there a little bit. I like that pin, but he is so
really
far
like
away
that
from
pin.
his team right now. He's only got his Mercy to help him.
I think the Mercy might be enough to get him out of here.
I think you're right.
Fortunately for him.
Yeah,
Because they already flipped point.
Yeah,
they
his
have
team's able to
pressure.
flip point. I was saying before, oh, the rock from XNL, he finds the Mercy.
Rock is crazy!
But unfortunately, he gets charged and pinned by that Rhine. Okay, so I was saying before, so Ace used that ult there, and I like to turn on the beep sound, so when my teammates die, it makes a noise. So I don't have to necessarily look at the kill feed, I just hear that they're dead. So,
I personally don't even have that turned on.
you're just built different, I understand.
I've been playing for so many years. I look at the kill feed like every 2 seconds, which makes me even more confused when I'm watching this because I want to watch it, but I have to watch the gameplay. And they're set up on the right here, which is pretty bad for UNI because they're gonna need to rotate around to the right. If they just get shattered, Ace goes in, does so much damage. And they have to touch.
Look at XNL's health. Look at his health. It keeps going between 150 and like 2 health here. He's able to get a massive gravitic flux on Morningside. He's
Jedi
tearing
is
it up
so
right now.
easy.
God's Jedi kills it too. That's crazy. And unfortunately, that's going to be game 2, or excuse me, game 3 for Morningside. UNI weren't able to take it there as Ace is the last man standing in that whole point there. But that
Ordeal.
that was crazy. That whole ordeal.
I just can't. That was so huge. That pickup, God's Jedi got so many kills, and unfortunately, it was just not enough to solidify it there for UNI. I love watching Sigma POVs anytime, just because it's just rocks.
That guy's
Just rocks.
sense was crazy.
Gotta have a little crazy to play tank.
Ben DH, or excuse me, Ben H D8 Killer, I think is his name. I can't. No, it's Ben.
Ben HDB killer.
Yes, Ben HDB Killer. Tearing it up on the tank tonight. We see. Looks like XNL has DC'd temporarily for some technical difficulties. I will swap it to our sponsor screen really quick. That was a crazy game 3. Unfortunately, UNI were not able to close out the series quite yet with a 3-0. You know, Mustang says, "Hey, we are not going to get 3-0." Just like UNI did in that game. You know, they're still fighting. I like what I'm seeing from both teams. You know, I love rooting for my team UNI, but at the end of the day, it sucks to see a 3-0, like even for like the losing team that I'm not necessarily supporting. It sucks, you know. You hate to see it.
Yeah, I think UNI is putting up a really good fight, but I think that the Mustangs Morningside are just pushing back as hard as they can, as we see here, and they had Flashpoint on lock. Their rotations were crazy.
Yeah, they did really, really well on Flashpoint. So going into a game 4 here, Bailey Joe, I don't frequently get to cast game 4s or game 5s. So help me. What is it going to be? Push?
I think it
Going into this game 5?
is push. It's push or it's escort.
Give me back my knife!
No, but I will be looking. I'm going to see if I can figure out which map it's going.
Do something!
One of those two, unless it's just a random something else, in which I would be very confused.
So we'll see really quick here. You know, I've also hyped up UNI's tank and DPS quite a bit tonight, but I feel like we haven't given enough love to their supports. Moonlit and God's Jedi have been doing an insane job keeping XNL alive in these fights. You know, like I pointed out really quick in that last game, XNL's health bar was just going in between like 2 HP and 150 HP, almost like the snap of a finger over and over and over again. And Moonlit and God's Jedi are just keeping him alive for these fights. You need that from the supports, otherwise you're not going to be seeing gameplay like you're seeing today. So huge props to Moonlight and God's Jedi today for the support gameplay. It's it's tough to put the spectator cam on them because you know they might not necessarily be doing the huge plays that we see like the toothpicks from XNL, but I do feel the need to shout them out.
Yeah, I know I was realizing that earlier. We don't talk about them a lot, but they are absolutely putting in work. Their heals and their damage is absolutely keeping the team alive as they're doing these crazy plays. Also, God's Jedi has been so on top of these immortality fields this entire time.
Yeah, and you know we did see that he went crazy. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough at the end of that last game. He got a bunch of picks off of that Sigma ult. So I'm interested to see how things are going to gel up here in this fourth game.
Also, it will be push. I did find the rulebook. It is push for the next map.
Okay.
Which I'm hoping no Coliseo, just because I don't like the map. And then if we go to a round 5, game 5, it is escort then.
Okay, interesting. So really quick, I am just gonna go ahead and say that Morningside did ban New Queen Street, which is the one in Canada, uh, with the curling
Oh, I see.
areas and the spawns.
With
And
the train in the middle.
yep, and it looks like we're gonna go to Coliseo for this game 4 here.
Dang it, I just don't like Coliseo. I don't like that long hallway.
Yeah, I
right
gotta
in the
say,
middle.
this is not my favorite push map. That long hallway is just a fiesta spot, a kill zone. It sucks. This map especially sucks because it's a pain in the butt to get back if you lose a teammate or if you lose a fight. I don't know, like it just turns into a slog in this middle area to try to get the bot back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also think it is a very good map for snipers, long-ranged people like Sojourn that just can take advantage of long hallways and just push from super far away where the opposing team cannot quite get to you.
Okay, so we are going to be going in here now. I also got to say, as a Lucio picker, I don't care for this map. There is a lot of stuff on the walls that will knock you off if you are not extremely careful on where you're wall riding. So I'm interested to see if Moonlit is going to be going with the Lucio this game. I'm going to go with I doubt it, but at the same time, it's so annoying to not have the speed out the gate. I think we're gonna be seeing a Baptiste again from God's Jedi. He's gotten so much value out of it this whole series, and I don't know what we're gonna see for the tanks. What about you, Bailey Joe? What do you think we're gonna see for picks on both teams?
I think we are going to see the Orisa again from XNL. I would almost guarantee it. Yep, there it is. And as I was right about the Sojourn, it is a very good long hallway for people like Sojourn. And I was really hoping that they actually would bring it out. I was not expecting the Genji, but I do like it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Okay, so let me get to. There we go.
Perfect.
I was told to lower my game sound a little bit. So we are in this long hallway here that you talked about at the start, and it is just going to be a firing range for both teams as we see XNL get up in Morningside's face. Unfortunately, they do lose S-Jet right off the bat. UNI is going to have to pull out of here, back up a little bit, give the Mustang some space as they start pushing this bot here.
I was watching the tank antics, and I just happened to look up at the health bar and just see S-Jets just slowly depleting as the tanks are going back and forth for that bot. Super unfortunate to watch, but
I like switching
what
between
happens.
these tank perspectives here. We see the Sigma just going for UNI's backline, finding a pick on Low Carpus. Unfortunately,
I think XNL is really cut out
yeah,
here.
he is super caught on this Orisa, and UNI is just going to have to make it away here, as Moonlit is going to be caught on Ana. Unfortunate for UNI.
XNL does almost have ult, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ulted and then his next death swapped over to someone like that Sigma. Just to help with stuff with that poke. Just to match it in a way.
We're going to see Low Carpus switch up to the Soldier here. See if he's able to get some value. We're going to see. I think he will be, but Ace's Soldier ult is going to be coming up a lot sooner here.
I think he's gonna find more value with that than the Genji. I liked the idea going in, but now that I've seen what the enemy team has had, I think the Soldier is better. It was really unfortunate for XNL to go in with that.
Things are not looking great for UNI at the start of this game 4 here.
And as all of this is happening, UNI is struggling to recover, and the bot is just pushing. They've already taken that first point, and they're basically touching the spawns. Oh, I was wrong. They're going Reinhardt. They're swinging.
Yeah, so the Rein pick into the Bastion, we saw it last game from Morningside. It can be kind of risky because look at his shield is just getting shredded. Before Bastion even gets into turret mode, it makes it really hard to push up here, but the...
Oh, Carpus pick is really good. He gets three going in.
That visor.
That's crazy. I think UNI has a really good chance to get some momentum going here, push the bot back, and hopefully solidify some sort of catch-up or a lead. Fingers crossed.
Low Carpus looking for the pick on the enemy Soldier there, not able to find it. So I think UNI is going to be able to push up a little bit, but it's just the nature of this map here. They are going to have to fight in this long hallway again, as Bastion has his ult up, as Soldier has his ult up on the side of Mustang. We're going to see the Bastion ult come out from Mustang and UNI's Sojourn ult come out. Oh,
great life grip onto S-Jet there, saving him from
XNL finding the pick on the Mercy, XNL finding the pick on the Moira, shutting down
They
Morningside's
match the
push.
Rhine.
Yeah, and Morningside's going to match the Rhine here.
An honorable tank matchup, Rhine v Rhine.
Oh, and he just gets shredded.
Unfortunate. And their Rhine is just going in and swinging. And he's down. S-Jet's crazy like that. Didn't see what happened, but S-Jet's crazy like that. Their Soldier is stuck behind them, unfortunately. That is super unfortunate.
So XNL is going to have to try to get back here. He was not able to get the, like UNI's not pushed, UNI's not pushed up near enough with the forward spawn, so he does have to push up super far.
He's already back. He is quick
back.
with it. He's in. It's looking like he's looking for a great block from XNL.
Just shuts down the enemy Rhine ult, but Ace coming with the Soldier ult, gonna be tearing up UNI. Oh man, can XNL save it?
Nope, gets swung on. UNI continues to push. S-Jet is down, so it might be smart for XNL to maybe back off here. He is very alone. I think he either needs to die or back out, and it's looking like he's gonna take death.
Yep. So this is a huge problem, Bailey Joe, with this map, in my opinion. Is it just turns into this slog fest, like as UNI is trying to regroup and trying to get this push going. It's just if they're not able to shove Morningside back to their spawn, like Morningside's doing to UNI right now, it becomes so hard to just regroup and retake for a good push, like a consistently good push. So, you know, that's why I don't really love this map that much. We're gonna see XNL switch it up to the Orisa here. I think this is a good pick.
I'm a little sad to see the Rhine go,
Yeah, me too.
but I know that the Orisa will have a better time into Rhine.
Oh, he finds the pick on the Reinhardt. Oh, he tries to go for the spear on the Moira, but is not able to find it as
Kills her
Locarpus comes
anyway
out
with
with
Locarpus's
yeah,
ult.
Locarpus with the visor here. They are able to find the Mercy and the Reinhardt, and that is going to be an ace for UNI.
Not Ace, the soldier.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
an
you're right.
ace.
You're right. It was a team kill, and that's what it's called in this game. I'm used to League of Legends where the lady goes ace when you kill all 5 members. So excuse me.
Both fire strikes down for Mustangs here. An anti going in, a huge anti onto their backline. I don't think UNI's gonna be able to do anything with it, but still enough pressure to keep them off. And XNL's going in, ready for the ult, catches almost everyone on the enemy team. They use Pulse Bomb and they still catch one.
So XNL was able to find the Bastion there, but unfortunately Reinhardt is able to find XNL and he's able to find S-Jet on the Tracer. UNI does have to back up and give space here. Morningside's Shatter goes down, finds Moonlit. Soldier, Locarpus is running for his life right now. Is he going to make it out? No, he's not. Unfortunately,
He
Ace
is
takes him
not.
out. This is a
I
very
always love watching a soldier run for their life.
yeah.
It's the funniest dodging and weaving you've ever seen. I am very happy to see the Tracer pick though. I love it. I just love Tracer.
Yep, so, you know, UNI is still hanging on to this game here. They are not giving Morningside very much space on this bridge. Locarpus finds the pick on the enemy soldier, but unfortunately Reinhardt finds the fire strike on Moonlit.
This tree is just blocking the way for the Mustangs. They cannot get through. Their window is blocked. I love the tree from God's Jedi here. Huge life group too. Did you just see him go swinging past? No, it's amazing.
Ooh, that Bastion turret mode might find XNL here. He has to use his spinny, but oh man, Ace with the soldier ult behind UNI, and it's gonna take out 2 members of UNI here. Oh.
Ace has been doing such a good job of
Yeah.
getting behind UNI, sneaking up, and no one is able to catch him. And he just is able to get those ults off and take out 1, 2, or 3 at a time. Back to the Rhine. I like it.
And it's now do or die time for UNI. They have 2 minutes left. The robot is right outside of their spawn doors. Locarpus is trying to get behind for the big visor here. He gets the visor up. He gets the Ana ult. He's going to be shooting down the ammo field. He finds the pick on the map. Is he going to find more picks here? He's looking for the Bastion. Oh, the ring around the Rosie. He's not able to do it, but his team is for him. Really good job by UNI. It's just the Moira here. They got to find her. They do. And they're going to be pushing the robot. Just like that.
Everything worked out in favor for Locarpus there. He got the nano, the pedal was on the ground ready for him, and as soon as he wanted to, he ran up onto it, got his ult, launched into the air, and able to get that high ground advantage to start using his ult. Just amazing plays from everyone from UNI to retake that right there.
But the game is not over for UNI. As Morningside does use their Shatter, it hits Locarpus, but they are not able to find a pick off of it in this long hallway. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That pin would have changed this fight if it landed.
XML is able to get out, but I'm not sure if he's going to live here. The tree
UNI's
is
got
going
a
to
Shatter.
save him.
UNI's got the Shatter.
I don't think he needs to use it. I think he can
needs to.
save it.
Yeah, he gets to save it for the next fight. That's huge for UNI. UNI are playing like they want to end this series on this game 4 here.
They still have a lot to push, though.
They do, and they don't have that much time.
It's an uphill battle, but I think they've got fight in them.
Oh, man.
Oh, their Rhine is in the back line. Where is he?
He took out God's Jedi, and he took out Locarpus. Oh, man.
An uphill battle indeed, and I'm not sure if UNI is going to be able to do anything here, as it's just XNL on point with 15 seconds left in the match.
I think that's going to be game. He got the fatty shatty, but it was after his team was dead.
10 seconds
XNL is going to be switching up to the ball really quick to try to get a touch. Ace is going to be using that visor, trying to stop UNI, and they are able to. Morningside going to be taking game 4 here as we go into a 5th game in this series. Bailey Joe, what are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking that UNI had some really, really good team fights. However, they had a really rough beginning,
Yeah.
which makes it even harder to come back from due to just the nature of the game mode. Push is just if you lose something really bad, it's one bad team fight is now 2 or 3 team fights that you have to win to make it up.
Yeah, going into game 5 here, you know, myself
Give me back my knife.
perhaps a little bit better job of keeping an eye on basically carrying it up this series. Like, just getting great value out of his prizes. They might have to
Do something.
you know, maybe target him a little bit more. I don't know how these games go from like the inside playing perspective, because I have never played on one of these teams before, but you know, just watching it, he's destroying on Soldier today. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think you're right that you and I weren't able to pull together as much as they probably should have at the start of that game, and they ended up getting punished for it. I feel like maybe if they were able to stop Morningside's push a little bit sooner into that game, then they could have had a little bit better chance coming back there. But you know, it was an uphill battle, and it was a really hard one at the end. And unfortunately, you and I were not able to come back during that game 4.
I think with the Soldier, someone on UNI has to be dedicated as the head on a swivel guy. Someone in the back, probably a support, has to be doing a 360, checking all vantage points at any point in time and hoping at catching a little foot of Soldier maybe maybe peeking out to know that he is sitting there, he is ready, he is rotating behind us because he's consistently been doing that. And I think if they are able to catch him out before it happens, I think they can prevent it and or stop it before it happens.
So going into this game 5 here, it is going to be for game mode. I'm trying to read. This rulebook is a lot here. If you know off the top of your head, Bailey Joe, if you could just...
It's escort.
Okay, it's escort.
Yeah, the rulebook I sent you, you have to scroll down a little bit to get there. But the next map, game 5, as I mentioned earlier, is going to go to escort. Yeah, escort, because they're now 2 and 2. So, personally, you know, I always say I don't want to see this map, and then I see the map and I go, dang it, I didn't want to see that map. So I'm not gonna say what I don't want to see.
Okay, so...
What do you want to see?
So, I think one of my favorite escort maps is Watchpoint Gibraltar, and they do ban it.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I really like that map. It's
hate
iconic.
that map.
It's iconic to me. I think since they made those changes, you know, around that first checkpoint, where you can go around the side a little bit easier and get high ground, I really think it's a lot better, and especially at that last point where the defenders have that like wall that they added, and they like moved it from the spawns on the left and right exit to just that one exit behind that wall. I think I really like that map a lot more since they did that. But we are going to see that banned. I'm trying to think of so I'll let you go. What do you hope to see here for the escort map?
I'm trying to think of like every escort map that exists in Overwatch, and there's so many in my brain right now. Overwatch escort maps. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Route 66 and Dorado. Oh, I guess there's Havana too, but I'm not sure if that's in the map pool. I know that Route 66 and Dorado maybe are. I don't want to see Dorado just because I don't like it. Circuit Royale! I'm perfectly fine with Circuit Royale. I don't hate that map, actually.
Yeah, I
I
like
actually
Circuit
like it.
Royale. So because that's when they added for Overwatch 2, right? Yeah, I think it's one of the better maps that they added. I think okay, I'll tell you what I don't want to see. The the one they added. Oh my God, why can't I think of the name? It's not Nepal. It's the one that's in Nepal. It's the escort map.
Oh, Shambali?
Yeah, I don't like that map. I don't care for it. Going up that second after that first checkpoint, like where it goes left, right, and then around the corner and then straight to the third checkpoint. I think going uphill there is so tough because you were pushing nearly straight up and around a corner. So it's just really tough. Um, and apparently, so I guess I deafened people by playing that Overwatch hype video. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I cannot hear the
sometimes-
audio for that. It is just dead silent for me. I didn't realize that was happening. I will stop doing that. We are going to be going into a game 5 here on Circle Royale. If anybody missed it, the score is all tied up. You know, I think it's anybody's game. At the start, UNI had a really strong showing, but you know, Mustang has said, "Hey, we're not going to get shut out this time. We are going to be fighting back," and props to them. And I don't know. I think this is a great map for Game 5. What do you think?
I am a little nervous for the reverse sweep, which I think would be great for Mustangs, but coming from you and I'm a little nervous.
What makes you say that?
Well, we're at the game 5. It's 2-2. This is the final match here. Whoever wins this wins.
I think you're right.
I think if I'm Mustangs, I want this so bad, especially with how they've been playing. And if I'm UNI, I'm scared. You don't want to be reverse swept. And if they
No.
do, it's unfortunate, but life goes on.
I'm interested to see if it's how far we're gonna make it here. There are a lot of choke points on this map that make things difficult, and we are gonna be seeing XNL start off on, oops, my bad, on the Orisa this time, and we're gonna see Ben start on the Sigma, as we've kind of seen a couple times this match. We're gonna see SJet start with the Widow here, looking for a pick, not quite able to find anything quite yet
I'm very
here.
excited to see it.
Yeah, I think we might see a pick out of this Widow. I'm not sure though. They are gonna have to reposition. As XNL, we're gonna switch to his vision here. He is just making so much space for his team.
Say, I was going to mention when we got into this map, it is a very sniper-heavy, sniper's nest kind of map as well. Just a lot of vantage points for them to sit on, so I'm very happy that they pulled out the Widow, and I hope to see some really good picks as well.
But unfortunately, this Sigma shield is proving quite the challenge for SJet to try to find a pick around right now. Oh, but the Reaper...
Well, Carpus is in there.
Yeah, he is in there. I don't think anybody's
already
died
pushed
right now, right?
No, not yet. They're just going back and forth with the damage. UNI is steadily pushing them back, which I think is very smart to just
As Jet
slowly
goes
wait
down.
and push them. That is super unfortunate. But UNI has already gotten the payload under the tunnel, under the bridge. So I think if they regroup, go back in, I think they've got a good chance of just pushing it up here. Locarpus is still in there, not able to get out though. Does catch Ace on the way out though.
Yeah, and UNI are pushed off here. Now, UNI is going to be having the Orisa ult, the Ana ult, and the Baptiste ult ready to use straight away. Locarpus will get his Reaper ult very soon. So I doubt that we're going to see all of them come down at the same time. I think that we're going to see the Bap ult come down pretty quick here. Yep, there it is, the Bap window. We're going to see Morningside go with the Sigma ult here. Not able to find anybody.
XNL is ready to capitalize on that. He's
Yeah,
ready
he
to go
is.
in, realize they don't have their ult.
There he
go
goes.
in, he has his own ult. Force the Sigma into their team, make them waste their Immor field, unfortunately. And XNL goes down.
Yep, and Nimaha is going to use that Moira ult for the side of Morningside there. And it's just a slog so far. Nobody on Mustang is dying so far, and UNI is having a very tough time because of that.
Their supports are doing a very good job of keeping their tanks up right now. Not their tanks. Well, yeah, their tank included. They're doing a very good job of keeping their team up, and UNI is just not able to finish off those kills despite how low some of them are getting, especially with that last fight with that Sigma being caught so far out. He still lived for so long just because Sigma being Sigma, the Immor field, and just the Moira healing on top of it is crazy.
And we're going to see Ace find the pick on S-Jet there, and Coffee Addict find the pick on Moonlit. UNI has a minute left to push here. They've got some ults up on S-Jet and Low Carpus, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything. They gotta pull together and make a choice and make these picks in a really short amount of time, and it has to work. Otherwise, they are not going to be able to go very far here at all. We are going to see Coffee Addict use the Bastion ult, find the pick on God's Jedi, find the pick on Low Carpus.
Super unfortunate, but they're gonna counter with the railgun here from Sojourn and hope to get some picks, hope to get that damage out. And S-Jet goes down. Maybe a little bit of mispositioning, a little too close to that Sigma, but it's okay. They're gonna come back. They've got 15 seconds to come back, touch this point, and they've still got Low Carpus's ult at the very least.
I don't think they're gonna be able to do it here, Bailey Joe. They've got nobody here to touch except for the Moira, and she has to run through all members of Morningside and gets picked for it. We're going to see Ryan come out with the charge.
It's contested. It was contested for a second. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything with it because of just how much pressure they have, but it was contested.
And that's going to be UNI's push. That's as far as they were able to get it. So, you know, we'll see. The only way UNI can come out with a win this series is if they are able to hold back Mustang's push here. But as you said at the start of this game 5, and you were right, it looks like Mustang really wants this win, and they are coming out with guns a-blazing, you know, just fighting tooth and nail to keep this point here. I'm interested to see if they are going to go with the Sigma right out of the gate here or a Widow pick. But, you know, they only have, I can't see how many meters. Is it 65, I think? I don't know. They only have to go this far to win, just around this bend. So we will see how it goes.
I think UNI is gonna have. It's the smartest to hold back on that bridge, but that also gives Mustang a really good chance to push just without any contesting from that corner.
Yeah,
and it gives them a lot of chance to push up further than UNI wants them to.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some members of UNI hang out on this terrace here. Maybe use that high ground a little bit. I'm interested to see. Okay, so it looks like Morningside is not going to be going with the Widow pick straight out of the gate, and they are going to opt for the Ace on the Junkrat. Now, you know, earlier this series on Lijiang Tower, we saw Ace go with Junkrat, and he was not able to get a lot of value. I'm just going to be real. He's been more valuable on the Soldier, but we're going to see what's going to happen here. Going around this corner, they are going to be holding on that terrace, as I said, I think would be a good idea. But the Bastion picks tonight have been crazy.
Sure how I feel about the Symmetra, but I want to see what they do with it. I'm very interested to see the comp that they put forward. Huge rock from XNL.
Yeah, XNL is able to find the pick on Moira, or excuse me, Moonlit was able to find the pick on Moira. And Ace going down on the Junkrat here, and so is the Baptiste. And that's going to be...
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's going to be Morningside's push shut down here. And I think you're right that Symmetra pick is interesting, especially with the Mei. I feel like UNI does not have a ton of upfront damage here. Especially compared to now that they have, or Morningside has a Soldier. I don't know how UNI is going to be able to compete with this damage.
I think they've just got to keep doing what they're doing, get picks where they can, and just be super careful about how they're playing, because one wrong pick of UNI dying will be devastating.
Yeah, one wrong step and they're going to lose here. They still have to hold another 2.5 minutes as they find the pick on the Sigma. XNL and S-Jet finding the pick on the Mercy here, shutting down another push from Morningside. Yeah, running it forward. He's going to have his Graphitic Flux ready. Will XNL be able to hold the line here for his team? It looks like he's going to be able to. Morningside setting up for another push here. They don't have the Graphitic Flux ready quite yet. They're going to be getting it soon. Rock goes out, not hitting anybody. Hands coming out. The Graphitic Flux coming out, finding 2 on Morningside.
Reaching 3.
Oh, 3, excuse me.
Killing the Mercy with it. Fantastic.
Killing the Mercy. S-Jet finds the pick on the Bastion. This Sigma is so cut off from his team. He's dead. That Mei wall was really good by Low Carpus. Moira gonna be getting caught here. UNI.
I think we are finally seeing what the picks are for. They're going for the wall and then the beaming down with Symmetra. And the turrets to just figure out where they're going, scout them, get ready for their push.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
I honestly like it.
Okay, so
A good catch with that.
yeah. So coming really quick here. Morningside is going to be having their Gravitic Flux ready. There he goes. He uses it. The rock comes out from XNL, not able to find it. He's going to get picked here. The Immo field going down. We'll see the Mail coming out. The Ana ult on the Sigma. UNI with their backs against the wall, holding out for this last minute here. The point is going to be getting really close there. Oh, 2 members left on Morningside. It's the Mercy and the Sigma. The Sigma goes down. Mercy's trying to live here, floating around.
Mercy's
being
alone.
a mock. The Mercy goes for the res and not able to find it.
The Mercy and the Sigma are a bit caught out there, so they're going to be coming back from a little bit of a longer respawn. UNI has time to regroup here. They're going to have God's Jedi's ult, they're going to have S-Jet, they're going to have XNL. All that Morningside is going to have is the Soldier and the Bastion ult that we just saw. They have 1 ult, UNI has 3.
Yeah, so Ryan, they go with the Ryan pick, he switches it up and gets the pin on S-Jet immediately, but XNL he does have that Gravitic Flux up. He is able to find the picks on Morningside.
This is devastating. This Moira is super caught out with 15 seconds left, 10-second respawn.
UNI clutching it out here. It's still close though. Morningside has time to contest. The Ryan, all he has to do is pin in and try to get this contested. We see it. The Maywall comes out. It blocks him. He stops it. The Bastion is in turret mode. Is he going to be able to stop? Is he going to find a pick? They do find a pick on UNI. Oh, the Ryan getting picked off.
Ryan is one. Ryan is down.
Maywall.
XNL is able to just do this damage and hold off, and as long as no one on UNI dies, I think they've got a really good shot here. Unfortunately, Low Carpus does go down. The Moira ult is out. The Bastion is just beaming down. This is looking unfortunate.
Oh, we're seeing the Tracer fight for her life here on point. Can she save the game for UNI? Unfortunately, no. At the last second, Morningside takes the win.
UNI held up quite a fight there, and honestly, I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did. They did a fantastic job holding that last point, and it is super unfortunate that they ended up losing that last team fight, but Mustangs just went in, they had more of an ult advantage, and I think they just had a really good back and forth that entire time. I think they did great despite losing this last map.
Yeah, that was a crazy series, especially at the end there. You know, I think that Ryan pick was a good pick by Morningside. You know, they weren't able to get any value off of it like straight away, but that shield was just enough for their team to push up. And I don't know, the Moira ult on the side of Morningside coming up not straight away, but at that last second, really helped Morningside pull off that win at the end. Just really unfortunate. Really unfortunate for UNI. You know, I don't know. It was a great series to watch. They put up quite a fight, especially in that last match, and Morningside also put up quite the fight. But yeah.
So UNI put up quite a fight in trying to hold themselves. So did the Mustangs. Did a great job coming back for themselves. It was really unfortunate that UNI was not able to take that last map. But I think both of them fought tooth and nail just to keep themselves in this series.
But really great stuff coming out from both teams. That is going to be it for today. I want to thank everybody for coming out today, showing the support. Whether you are a Morningside fan or a UNI fan, thank you for tuning in. We do have some League of Legends coming tomorrow. I think it's Purple Team. Let me check the stream title. Yeah, it's Purple Team tomorrow at 9 p.m. I'm going to be casting with Mike, and you know, those games are always great, so come check it out. Come support the Panthers. Really quick merch reminder, if you guys want to support us, go ahead and scroll down, click merch. You can, I don't want to, I guess, let me, I say this every week, but I don't have it memorized. It's esportsgear.com/collection/university-of-northern-iowa. Jerseys, shirts, beanies, you name it. That's all I got. Bailey Joe, you got anything else?
I do not have anything, but I want to thank our sponsors just for, being here, supporting us. We always support everyone here, and I thank everyone for coming out.
Alrighty then. Uh, see you guys tomorrow.